gorgeous day, isn't it? I love this place. See you, Captain. It's a gorgeous day. All right by me. You got it. What do you want to know? It runs in the family. My mum's a doctor too. She practiced at the clinic when she was younger, and now she works at the core in Aquila City. I want to follow her footsteps and practice at the clinic someday too, but I'm not comfortable enough with space travel yet to live on a star station full time. That's why my mum encouraged me to find a job like this. She said working as a ship's doctor would be great practice. The clinic's the most advanced medical facility in the galaxy. The doctors there pride themselves on being able to cure any disease, even ones they just discovered. They have an entire research team dedicated to the study of newly emerging xenoviruses. That's really why I want to work there someday. Helping to create botanical treatments for newly discovered diseases would be a dream come true. See you soon!
heck of a thing we pulled off. Coming up on the end of a long ride here. We got all the artifacts. You ready for what comes next? Might not see each other on the other side. Hey, this face is a family institution, I'll have you know. Probably some obnoxious bust of it lying around the estate somewhere. Hey, listen, you're probably wondering about Cora. I played it over in my head 1,000 times, and I've made up my mind. She's coming with. I know what everyone's gonna say, but even if I told her no, she'd find some way on board that ship. And if we stayed behind, we'd both regret it. I'm sure plenty of the others won't like it, and I'll be worried like no tomorrow if we don't end up in the same place. But I gotta keep telling myself that Cora's ready for this. And hey, same goes for you. If we don't see each other on the other side, it's been, all worth it. Porco, that room of yours better be clean next time I go in there.
I'll get to it, Dad. I promise.
This ain't my getting around to it, Tom. You understand?
Oh, fine, okay.
Oh, hey, Captain.
Last night was enlightening. I hope to learn more next time. My day is suddenly much improved. How about that? Thank you, dearest. Yes, of course. I am not surprised you have questions. You might as well just ask me to explain the universe. Here is what I can tell you. The Great Serpent revealed himself to Jinan Barun decades ago. He explained that it was he who had created this galaxy and breathed life into it. And while he had slumbered after his creation, he would return soon. And when he did, those who had served him in his stead would be rewarded, while the rest were cast into shadow. And so, for generations, we have prepared for his return. You know, of course, of our tumultuous history with the people of the settled systems. Few have forgiven the Serpent's crusade. The High Council worries that many would still plot to wipe us out completely. And so we watch. We look for warning signs and we send word back. And it does not help that we are unfortunately still dependent on supplies. Life on the edge of the settled systems is difficult, and no one will formally trade with us. So agents also help oversee deals with smugglers and the operations needed to transport supplies back home. It is not for the faint of heart, I assure you. To know what the future will bring, what will be not just your fate, but that of all those around you. And yet to have no choice but to keep that to yourself. It is a challenge. But as I have told you, it also fills me with purpose. And that purpose is what guides me and drives me. I am human. Of course it bothers me. But I have a mission. And my mission helps preserve the lives and safety of my people. That is more important than my personal feelings. I wish I could say. We allowed Tomisar to live, but he may well defame me before the High Council in an effort to save himself. I will have to make sure that what we discovered reaches the High Council. I do not know how. But that is for me to do on my own. For all that I have seen and experienced, I have never been as afraid as the day Sarah and Vladimir confronted me. But they agreed to keep my secret, and they have held true to their word. That surprised me, but also gave me some amount of comfort. I know that most would not react the same. House Varun is still widely hated in the settled systems. And that sentiment will not change anytime soon. It is, after all, much of the reason I was sent here in the first place. Of course. All right, then. Do you want to hear me say that you make me deliriously happy? Because you do. Then I shall be sure and tell you more often, darling. Last night, well, all that physical training seems to have paid off.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? Well, sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny. We did it! We have all the artifacts!
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
I can't wait to get to the Unity! I've been reading all about parallel universe theory, and I'm so ready to meet another version of me. You think it's okay if I call them Cora too? You're right. We shouldn't assume that just because they're the second us we see, that they somehow didn't exist before. Look, Dad said that there's a chance we might all get separated after we go to the Unity. You don't think that's going to happen, do you? That's what Dad said. I'm sure gonna miss the lodge, but I can't wait.
Say your last goodbyes. This right here is my catnip. Orbit reached.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity. Everyone says that when they hear themselves for the first time. But no, you don't sound like this. At least, not this you. I am as much you as you are a part of everything. All points connect to here. When a star is born or dies, its existence beats through the heart of this place. The unity. I have seen all you are, have been, and could be. Do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret? That's good. You will need that clarity for what comes next. In order to become Starborn, you must give the universe one last thing. Yourself. That intangible part of you. That something that makes you unique amongst the infinite will explode like a supernova. A part of you will fuse with the essence of this universe, while another part leaves it behind forever. Do you understand what I mean? This one final leap will change this universe forever, even as you leave it behind. Unknowingly, you just answered your own questions. For who creates things but creators? That is what they have been named throughout the endless circle of time. Are they one or many? Human or alien? Terrestrial or celestial? One day you might even meet the creators, but not this day. As for the why, so that you could ask that very question. So that you could stand before me for time immemorial and delve into the mysterious of the unending cosmos. An example might help. If your colleagues in Constellation also choose to be reborn, for instance, then their spirit of discovery will spread across this universe. More people will start looking up at the night sky and wonder, what's out there? Walk into the gate of light, and you will become Starborn. Everything will vanish, and you will awaken somewhere else. But that isn't your only potential destiny. You could turn around, walk away from the Unity until the stars fade away, and you will wake up on your own ship, in your universe. You could live out the life you have. I have enjoyed speaking to you once again. All of you. Every version that is here in the Unity, right now. Go out into the stars. As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving. As the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. Produces the internal neuroamp, which becomes the killer device every negotiator, diplomat, and salesperson purchases. When people think of success, they think of Ryujin, whether they want to or not. Your lover, Andrasia, eventually chooses to be reborn herself. Your commitment to each other bolsters all relationships in the settled systems. Marriages blossom. More people in House Varun begin to question its orthodoxy and look to the outside world. It has been good to see you. By defeating both the hunter and the emissary, the path to the unity in this universe is left for the people of the settled systems to discover on their own, uninterrupted by powerful Starborn. The Constellation membership who stays behind will in time publish their data about the discovery of the artifacts, the Starborn, and the Unity. Space exploration across the settled systems is given new life as people search for hope out there in the stars. The Gate of Light will take you to another universe, or simply walk away until the stars fade to return to your ship. You are reaching the edge of the Starfield. Go further, and you will return to your original universe. We will be waiting for you, should you come back.
You came back! How was the Unity? Did it give you more space powers? Can I watch no... Funny. Constellation doesn't really talk about that part, do we? Going to... That was some adventure, huh? I know it's not really over. It ne-
I did not think I would see you again. I almost walked in myself, but I thought, what if someone else came back and they were alone? But at some point you will. The Unity may wait forever, but there will come a day when we cannot remain together, no matter how much we wish it. Still, I will remember the moment when You chose me. Over the infinite. Now that you have seen the unity, what are your thoughts? I suppose that is one. There is a part of me that still believes you should go. That the unity is the last. Perhaps Constellation is worth holding on to.
You're looking well.
Had a feeling things might go this way. With everything Constellation's been through together, saying goodbye. Looks like we both couldn't go through with it. Well, count yourself lucky you've got an express ticket to the infinite, then. Okay. The Unity. What'd you see? I bet there's a philosopher out there who would have said the same thing about all wars since the beginning of time. You know the way I see it? You get the best of both worlds. Everything you know is here. And if you ever feel like leaving it behind, Unity is just there waiting. Not every explorer gets that kind of luxury. Should count on blessings, you know?
Do you need my help? Kagite.
can assure you this unprovoked attack on a united colony...
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep... Okay...
Excuse me, this is a private... Wait. There's something familiar about you. Vasco, identify.
Scanning. Cross-referencing known employee records of our affiliated organizations. Please remain still. This appears to be the miner from Argos Extractors. Lost as we were carrying the artifact from Vectera. Current whereabouts, previously unknown.
I see. Vasco already delivered the artifact. So, why are you showing up now? I see. So some of our theories about the artifacts are correct.
You're taking their word for it? What if this person's just delusional? Breathed in too many gases in that mining operation.
Why don't we hear him out? We know next to nothing. We have everything to gain if he's telling the truth.
All right, let's hear it. So, that's what we're looking for. The pieces to an armillary. A path to the center of a multiverse.
This is either the truth or the most elaborate practical joke I've ever witnessed.
I think we're past the point of doubting, Walter.
In any event, we'll be able to see for ourselves. We know where most of the artifacts are now, and presumably how we get them. I don't know if you should rush off to meet them. Some of those artifacts granted you powers, am I right? I want you to check with Vladimir on the Eye. Cross-reference what you've told us with what he's picking up on the scans. You track down the artifacts the Eye finds, while we gather the others. I hope that other Sarah of yours knows you're safe. Now let's get those artifacts.
While it is customary to say, "Welcome home," that is not dimensionally accurate in this case. Captain Jordan, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Even the trace physiological and neurological readings I'm able to pick up from you are unprecedented. You really are something.
So, we have a starborn in Constellation. And you knew all of us from your prior universe. Even our Do you have any idea how insane that sounds? There is no first time for me. You mean you... But you're not even... I mean, are you still... So I just ignore that you're a quasi-cosmic entity and just focus on the person you were before? Fine. But no tricks. I don't want you racing to the end of something. Well, you're part of Constellation, aren't you?
You're not quite the angel I thought may have made the artifacts, but...
I stand by my initial skepticism of you, but welcome aboard. Other universes might exist. It's also full of possibilities. If what you said was true, my counterpart in your universe did quite well for himself. Only natural, I suppose.